I just want to make this video just talking a little bit about emotions and just basically explaining like how we can connect with people and how we can make the most out of just communicating with people, or out of opportunities with people, so we can get the best out of it basically. Anyway, so the first thing I want to say to you is that emotions are energy. Obviously everything is energy, but emotions are really important when it comes down to energy, because it's kind of like what tells us if we should go left or if we should go right, if we should go up or down, based on kind of how we're feeling inside. So it's our internal compass. So I want to basically show or teach people how to embrace their emotions. So basically, like as children, we become emotionally conditioned. So as little kids, our brains aren't developed enough to basically understand if someone says go over there and blah, 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 if they're upset, whoever's talking to you, your caregiver, your parent. Basically we're not developed enough to understand. And then obviously our caregivers, our parents, are also not in a state of understanding, because they obviously have their emotional baggage, their own wounds, their own traumas, and most of the time they aren't healed. This is where I would call it, or other people, everyone, I don't know, whoever will call it, a generational curse, because they're carrying in their baggage, their stuff from their caregivers before them caregiving you. Anyway, so for you to embrace your emotions, you will have to kind of do the inner work first. You have to do the child inner work, you have to do the shadow work, which are all things that I can help with to kind of clear out any baggage, any extra noise, any extra stuff that creates problems for you, basically things that make it hard for you to really see and really hear and really be present in your day-to-day life, because a lot of people live in a land of delusion. I'm sorry to say that, but it's a fact, right? Because they don't actually see what's going on, because they're hurt. Anyhow, so before you can actually get full use of your emotions, you have to kind of do the work. Okay, so let's say you've done the inner work, right? And you're wanting to like utilize and kind of maintain a certain vibration, can't speak. Well, I can speak, but I couldn't at that particular time. Anyway, but yeah, so let's say you've done the inner work and now you're trying to maintain the effects of the inner work, and trying to maintain for fuck's sake, book of the sick. Let's say we've done the inner work, we've done the child work, we've done the shadow work, right? So what you should be experiencing at that point is kind of a lot more lightness, a lot more, like your vibration will be a lot higher. When your vibration's a lot higher, you feel a lot more connected to people, you feel more one, you feel more calm. Obviously that requires work as well, because you have to maintain that, which is something else I can explain. Obviously once you're going through the at this point you're trying to master your emotions. So let's say previously the things that you would have worked through, if you obviously had things to work through, would have either been emotional numbing, shadow work, and inner child work. But I also want to say that without your emotions, nothing in life itself feels real. When you're born as a baby, you cry. When like you have a really bad heartbreak, you cry. When when you're fearful or scared, you feel the anxiety. So your emotions obviously are a thing, but we want to utilize the other emotions, so like your joy, your happiness, your peace, all of those things that we don't really frequently use enough. And even if we do use them, we don't know how to master it, we don't know how to use it to our benefit. We don't know how to use it to stand tall and stand strong and articulate ourselves. We just use them in a sense reduce fear, reduce anxiety. Obviously those are emotions anyway. So if you know how to draw an emotion or draw an emotion out when necessary, it's really good, because it means that you're not going to be in a state of fear, you're not going to be in a state of anxiousness, you're not going to be in a state of, you know, a low vibrational energy. You're going to maintain that high vibration no matter who is in front of you, no matter the situation. You're going to be at your best. And that is the idea behind, obviously, the life coaching and kind of going through all of this stuff, is to make sure that you are able to utilize the full extent of what humanity or what nature or what God has given us. But yeah, so again, the purpose of the video is basically just emotional mastery is a gift, and you can line your heart and your mind and master your life. So you guys can contact me on my email or obviously on my social media if you have any questions about what I offer, the services.